Let go of comparison. Your journey is uniquely yours. Comparison is one of the fastest ways to kill your confidence, your motivation, and your happiness. In a world where people showcase their best moments online, it's easy to feel like you're falling behind. You see someone achieving success, and instead of feeling inspired, you start questioning yourself. Why am I not there yet? Why is their life moving faster than mine? But the truth is, comparison is an illusion. You are measuring your behind the scenes against someone else's highlight reel, and that will never be a fair comparison. Your path is yours alone. You have different experiences, different challenges, and a different timeline. Just because someone else reached a milestone before you doesn't mean you're failing. Just because their success looks different from yours doesn't mean you're not on the right track. Growth is not a race. What matters is that you are moving forward, even if the progress feels slow. The moment you stop comparing and start focusing on your own journey, you reclaim your power. Instead of wasting energy on what others are doing, you channel it into improving yourself. You set goals based on your values, not someone else's expectations. You appreciate your progress without needing outside validation. Success is not about being better than someone else, it's about being better than you were yesterday. And the only way to achieve that is to stay focused on your own path, trust your own process, and embrace your own timeline. Discipline, not motivation, creates lasting success. Motivation is powerful, but it's also unreliable. It comes in waves. It's there when you feel inspired, but it disappears the moment things get difficult. That's why so many people start strong but fail to follow through. They wait for the perfect mood, the right circumstances, or a surge of motivation to take action. But success isn't built on feelings, it's built on discipline. Discipline means doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It's waking up early to work on your goals even when you'd rather sleep in. It's going to the gym even when you're tired. It's staying focused on your work even when distractions tempt you. Discipline is the bridge between your goals and your results. And the people who achieve lasting success are the ones who commit to consistency over convenience. Think about the most successful athletes, entrepreneurs, or artists. They don't rely on motivation to show up every day. They build habits that keep them moving forward regardless of how they feel. They understand that real progress comes from repeated effort, not occasional bursts of inspiration. The key to discipline is creating systems that make success inevitable. Remove temptations that pull you off track. Set a schedule and stick to it. Hold yourself accountable. And most importantly, stop waiting for motivation to strike. Because when discipline becomes your foundation, success is no longer a matter of if, but when. Your future depends on the habits you build today. Every action you take is a vote for the person you are becoming. The small choices you make daily, what you eat, how you spend your time, what you focus on, shape your future more than any single big decision. Yet most people overlook this. They chase quick results, expecting massive changes overnight. And when that doesn't happen, they give up. But the truth is, success is built on habits, not one-time efforts. Habits are powerful because they operate on autopilot. Once they are ingrained, they no longer require motivation or willpower. That's why successful people don't just set goals, they build habits that make achieving those goals inevitable. If you want to be healthier, develop the habit of eating well and exercising daily. If you want to be wealthier, cultivate the habit of saving and investing consistently. If you want to be more knowledgeable, commit to reading and learning every day. The problem is bad habits work the same way. They slowly push you in the wrong direction without you even realizing it. Skipping workouts, procrastinating, wasting time on meaningless distractions. These small actions might not seem like a big deal today, but over time, they add up. And before you know it, you're stuck wondering why your life hasn't changed. The good news, you have full control over the habits you choose to build. Start small, stay consistent, because the future you're dreaming of isn't created someday. It's built in the choices you make today. Stop waiting. Take action now. Too many people spend their lives waiting for the perfect time, waiting until they feel ready, waiting for more money, more confidence, or the right opportunity to show up. But waiting is just another form of fear disguised as preparation. The truth is, there is no perfect time. There is no moment when everything will magically align. The only way to create the life you want is to start, even when you feel unprepared. Action creates momentum. The first step is always the hardest, but once you take it, things start falling into place. Clarity comes from doing, not thinking. Confidence is built through experience, not overanalyzing. If you keep waiting, you'll wake up years from now in the same place with the same regrets, wondering what could have been if only you had started sooner. It doesn't have to be a giant leap. Start small, but start now. Take one step toward your goal today, then another tomorrow. Each action compounds, and before you know it, you'll be further than you ever imagined. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't talent, luck, or resources. It's the willingness to take action while everyone else is still waiting. The life you want won't happen by chance. It will happen by choice. The choices you make today will define where you stand tomorrow. If you continue to put others before yourself, allow distractions to steal your focus, and wait for the perfect moment, you'll stay stuck in the same cycle. But if you commit to prioritizing yourself, setting clear boundaries, eliminating what no longer serves you, and taking action, even when it's uncomfortable, you will transform your future. Success isn't about luck. It's about discipline, consistency, and the willingness to grow. Every step forward, no matter how small, moves you closer to becoming the person you are meant to be. Surround yourself with the right people, build the right habits, and trust your own path. The world will try to pull you in different directions, but your focus determines your future. 2025 is not just another year. It's an opportunity to redefine your life. To stop waiting, stop doubting, and start building the life you deserve. The only question is, will you take control or will you let another year slip away? The choice is yours. Introduction, focus on yourself in 2025, Simon Sinek-style. Let me ask you a question. When was the last time you truly prioritized yourself? Not just for a moment, not just in between obligations, but really deeply focused on becoming the best version of you. Too often we spend our lives trying to meet expectations, chasing validation, or getting caught up in things that don't serve us. We measure our worth by how others perceive us, rather than by how we perceive ourselves. And the result? We lose sight of who we are and where we're going. But what if 2025 was different? What if, for the first time in a long time, you put yourself first? Not in a selfish way, but in a purposeful way. What if this year became the year where you stopped waiting for permission and started creating your own future? Because here's the truth. The world doesn't reward people who wait for approval. It rewards those who take ownership of their growth. And that starts with one decision: to focus on yourself. We live in a world that often confuses self-care with selfishness. From an early age, we are taught to put others first, to be accommodating, to make sure no one feels left out. While kindness and generosity are essential, they should not come at the cost of losing ourselves. Prioritizing yourself does not mean neglecting others. It means ensuring that you have the energy, clarity, and strength to show up fully in your own life. Think about the safety instructions given on an airplane. In case of an emergency, you are told to put on your oxygen mask first before assisting others. Why? Because if you can't breathe, you can't help anyone else. Life works the same way. When you constantly put yourself last, ignoring your needs, suppressing your desires, and neglecting your well-being, you end up drained, frustrated, and unable to give your best to anyone. Focusing on yourself means recognizing your value. It means setting boundaries that protect your time, your peace, and your goals. It means learning to say no to things that drain you and yes to opportunities that align with your growth. It's about developing a mindset that refuses to apologize for taking care of your mental, emotional, and physical health. When you prioritize yourself, you become better not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. You make better decisions, create better relationships, and develop a deeper sense of fulfillment. People often believe that giving everything to others is the key to being loved and appreciated. But the truth is, the most powerful way to impact others is by becoming an example of someone who knows their worth and leads with purpose. Stop seeking validation. Your worth is not up for debate. From the moment we are born, we crave acceptance. As children, we look for approval from our parents, teachers, and friends. As we grow older, that need for validation shifts to social media likes, promotions at work, or approval from people who may not even truly know us. But here's the reality. Chasing external validation is a never-ending race with no finish line. The moment you tie your self-worth to the opinions of others, you give them control over your confidence, your decisions, and ultimately, your life. Seeking validation is a habit that keeps you stuck. It makes you second-guess your instincts, compromise your values, and settle for less than you deserve. It forces you to mold yourself into someone you're not just to fit into a box that was never meant for you in the first place. The irony? No matter how much approval you receive, it will never be enough because external validation is temporary. It fades as quickly as it comes. True confidence is built from the inside out. It comes from knowing who you are, what you stand for, and refusing to let anyone define your value. It means trusting your decisions even when others don't agree. It means walking away from situations that don't honor your growth. When you stop seeking validation, you take your power back. You stop waiting for someone to tell you that you're enough and start realizing that you always have been. The moment you detach from the need to be liked or accepted, you free yourself to live authentically, unapologetically, and on your own terms. Set clear boundaries and protect your energy. Every day, you wake up with a limited amount of mental, emotional, and physical energy. How you choose to spend it determines the quality of your life. Yet, too often, we allow people, obligations, and distractions to drain us without question. We say yes when we want to say no. We tolerate behavior that exhausts us. We let guilt dictate our decisions, and before we know it, we're left depleted, wondering why we feel overwhelmed and unfulfilled. Boundaries are not about shutting people out. They're about protecting what matters most: your time, your peace, and your priorities. When you set clear boundaries, you define what is acceptable and what is not. You decide who gets access to you and under what conditions. You communicate your needs without apology. This isn't selfish, it's necessary. Without boundaries, you allow others to dictate your life, and in the process, you lose yourself. Protecting your energy means being intentional with your environment. It means surrounding yourself with people who uplift and inspire you, not those who drain and discourage you. It means recognizing when a situation, relationship, or habit is no longer serving your growth and having the courage to step away. It's about understanding that your energy is your most valuable currency, and if you keep spending it on things that don't align with your goals, you will never have enough left for the things that truly matter. Mhm. When you honor your boundaries, you teach others how to treat you. You show them that your time is valuable, your peace is non-negotiable, and your well-being is a priority. Most importantly, you remind yourself that your needs deserve just as much attention as anyone else's. Invest in personal growth daily. Small steps create big change. Success is not built overnight. It's not the result of one big moment, one lucky break, or one perfect opportunity. It's a series of small, consistent actions taken every single day. Yet too often, people wait for the right time, the perfect circumstances, or a grand breakthrough before they take action. But the truth is, growth doesn't happen in a single leap. It happens in the small, intentional choices you make daily. Investing in yourself means committing to learning, improving, and evolving. It means reading the books, taking the courses, practicing the skills, and surrounding yourself with people who challenge and inspire you. It's about making personal growth a non-negotiable priority rather than something you pursue only when it's convenient. Growth is uncomfortable, but so is staying the same. The difference is one leads you forward while the other keeps you stuck. Every small action compounds over time. A single workout won't make you fit, but consistency will. One book won't make you an expert, but a habit of reading will sharpen your mind. One day of self-discipline won't transform your life, but practicing it daily will shape your future. The key is to stop waiting and start doing. Even if your progress feels slow, even if you can't see the results right away, every step you take brings you closer to the person you're meant to become. The most successful people aren't necessarily the smartest or the most talented. They're the ones who commit to getting better every day. Personal growth is not a destination. It's a lifelong journey. And the sooner you start, the sooner you begin creating the future you want. Eliminate distractions that pull you away from your goals. We live in an age of constant noise. Social media notifications, endless scrolling, meaningless conversations, and the pressure to always be available. It's easy to get lost in distractions that serve no real purpose. Every time you allow these distractions to steal your attention, you lose valuable time that could have been spent building your future. The truth is, your ability to focus determines your success. And if you don't take control of your attention, the world will do it for you. Distractions are not always obvious. Sometimes they come disguised as obligations, toxic relationships, or habits that feel harmless but slowly chip away at your potential. The TV shows you binge watch instead of working on your skills. The people who drain your energy instead of pushing you forward. The excuses you make instead of taking action. These things may seem small, but over time they create a pattern that keeps you stagnant. To eliminate distractions, you must first become aware of them. Where is your time going? What habits are keeping you from progress? Who or what is pulling you away from the work that truly matters? Once you identify them, you must make the decision to cut them out. This is where discipline comes in. Success isn't about having more time, it's about using your time wisely. When you remove distractions, you create space for focus. You regain control over your energy, your priorities, and your vision. And most importantly, you give yourself the opportunity to move forward without the weight of unnecessary noise slowing you down. Surround yourself with people who challenge and uplift you. The people you spend the most time with shape your mindset, your habits, and ultimately your future. If you surround yourself with negativity, doubt, and complacency, it will slowly become your reality. But if you choose to be around those who challenge you to grow, inspire you to push beyond your limits, and support your journey, you will naturally rise to a higher level. Too often, people hold on to relationships out of habit, obligation, or fear of being alone. They stay in circles that drain their energy, limit their potential, and reinforce self-doubt. But growth requires you to be intentional about who you allow into your space. You need people who don't just agree with you, but push you to think bigger. People who hold you accountable when you start making excuses. People who celebrate your wins, but also challenge you to be better. Your environment is either fueling your ambition or killing it. Every conversation you engage in, every piece of advice you take, and every mindset you are exposed to influences your own perspective. That's why it's crucial to choose wisely. Surround yourself with those who believe in possibilities, who take action, and who refuse to settle for mediocrity. You don't need a large group, just a few people who genuinely want to see you succeed and aren't afraid to push you out of your comfort zone. Because at the end of the day, your success is not just about what you do, it's also about who you do it with.